You're all spot on, though, with Carlton's approach. They just haven't quite got the skill level to be able to play with that freedom successfully. Matheson around his body, but that could change. Almost sore coat, does get it up. McCluggage waltzes into 45 and nails it. Carlton on the ropes early, 6 goals to 0. Simpson goes inside. Ed Curnow looks up. Cripps, can he hit a target? He waits. Heads out wide, does hit one at centre field. He pokes the pass to Charlie Curnow, and he can crank up on this. He gets plenty of shoe on it. It's long, it's strong. 3 in a row for the Blues.
At the bye, it's just such an important game for them, and away they go. And Lachie Neale takes up where he left off in the first half. The big bomb forward, and that is how you get things going. Right off the bat.
Deep in your forward line.
You keep telling me about the role of these big boppers.
Oh, Cripps cuts it off, runs to 40, and big moment the Blues. They bounce back.
Runs around, looks up. Now he kicks it to the top of the square, and the marker's on, and that's because the 2 stars were in the right spot. And does it beautifully down to Zorko, whose handball's just a little bit over the top of Ellison's head. Silvani comes in, Cripps crashing through, Cripps lines him up, Cripps goes for goal, and Cripps delivers. Captain Fantastic, if you don't mind, at Marvel Stadium. And Walsh has it. Kicks it to the top of the square. Cripps! Comes in and kicks and puts it through to revive the Carlton Football Club. Petracca-Seaton's got it. Little chip kick inside, touch play on.
Rolling ball, McCluggage attacks him, but Cripps attacks him and rolls him. Siren sounds. In runs Cripps.
The talk.
He has delivered all afternoon. It's not a goal, but it is a where were you when moment. Unforgettable win by the Blues.
That's how far they're in front. Windsor. The run down by Cripps was superb. Oliver. Petracca's dangerous. Carlton merge here. Cripps has got it like a bull. Got it out to Wiedering. Out the back door to Newman. Deliberate underground handball from Newman. Looking for Cowan. Chandler under pressure. Look at the way they handled it. Walsh's kick was a ripper to Cripps. Round 1, 95 against Essendon. It was Fitzroy. Scoreless at half-time, and that's where the Demons are right now. But they're about to change it. Just got that stat in the nick of time. To pull a little bit back, to give them some hope here. Petracca. No problems at all. Straight through the eye, diddle-diddle.
Sharing the load, and they know that that's going to be the things that are going to work at the end of the night.
Langdon under pressure, gets another 450 entry, and Petracca is starting to lift his team. This time a perfect kick, a big fist pump, and a Melbourne side gaining confidence.
Ollie Hollands, high footy, Mackay under it, out the back door here. Cripps, no footstep, goal!
All the angles of it.
Pitnet, the clearance. Cripps marks at centre half forward. Inside 50 he goes. Oh, he's marks. Yes, Michael Voss will be well pleased with where his team sits, but half the job has been done. Cripps clears the ball up towards the 50. He's had 11 kicks and kicked 6 goals straight, Matt Owie, so career high equal 3 last week and this week.
Somebody hitting it at pace at Petracca.
Here he is with strength. Oh yes, Daisy Thomas, your wish is granted. Missed Akers with the hand pass. Neale Bullen spun. There is Petty feeding it up to Petracca. 50 out goes to Fritsch. McGovern knocked away late by Van Rooyen. He's under pressure. Gives it to Petracca. The track record for picking and kicking big goals.
Here's Petracca. Look at this. Melbourne have got players lined up in the middle. One Carlton player there. It was Cripps to affect the spoil.
Van Rooyen's out too.
And so is this man Petracca. And Van Rooyen has marked 20 out directly in front. Little knockdown here for Kennedy. Fyfe. Cripps.
Yours.
Mackay should mark. Pressured by Billings. Billings eventually the win. The 2-on-1 plays out. Petty got it to Fyfe again. Fyfe sneaks the left footer. Petracca's going to mark in the pocket. Looking for goal number 5, but more importantly, to get it to a single-figure game. Petracca left foot snap. Goal! Back within 7 points.
And the result's still up in the air. Toss back into play. Gawn flicks it to the back. Petracca's been immense, but this time he's caught holding the ball.
Down by 1 point. Been an incredible comeback. Knock out the back, couldn't get anyone. Carlton win. Carlton win by a point. Wings. Good Friday night crowd as Bailey Williams puts it in. English tries to move it, but not even he could cloud it out of the Dukes of Cripps.
And that is really well umpired, isn't it? That's what we want the team umpiring to be like, the 3 umpires.
Beautiful hands by Bontempelli. Wood sort of cut it off, and then terrific tackle from O'Shea. Ball squirting about a bit. Cripps to break the tackle. Gee, he just brushed Dalhouse aside as if he was a little flea.
Casbolt coming through with steam. Wright got in the way. Little handball there, intercepted by the Bont. Looking very, very busy in this game, looking sharp.
He's just so good forward as well.
And maybe on a night you're playing against Cripps, it's handy to have that body. But he certainly started more midfield tonight than forward. And speaking of Cripps,
the club have played more games than this man. He's been a fantastic acquisition. His first 3 games, Simpson didn't get a touch, not a disposal. Here's Curnow. Fired out handball, Dunkley. Here go the Dogs again. Bontempelli back on the left. Capable if he can get a clean look at it. Decides just pull the kick, and it was beautiful to Gowers. Kerridge, the man with no sex appeal, according to Bruce, off to Cripps. Cripps a little low ball inside 50 and Fisher. Bailey Dale did well. The little handball to Bontempelli. Neat little kick.
so Golden McLean, but the evidence was interesting. Bontempelli, brilliant.
More midfield. Earlier on in the game, there was a bit more red action to the right of it, but a lot more midfield time now. He's up to 12 disposals, and here he goes again.
With Cripps alongside of him, Lingy, who's been in the conversation with him all night.
You heard the umpire, not the required. Jordan winning, got it again. Bontempelli's got him in the tackle. No prior opportunity there. That's a little unlucky.
Some of the preferred matchups. You're all over everything that's going on out on the field.
Cripps good there. English, and then Cripps puts the tackle on. She had 3 efforts there, Patrick Cripps.
The problem for Carlton at the moment is Cripps is having a huge night. He's had 7 clearances. They just don't get enough spread through the midfield. Obviously, there's players out injured, Mark Murphy, etc. But it's him getting the clearance on no one for Carlton.
Williams. Space. Dangerous. Gowers from Bontempelli.
Environment is going to make him better play come next year.
Cripps. Speaking of better players, Petracca-Seaton got to have a quick release, left foot snaps. He says, someone come at me. No one did. Chips it in favour of Bontempelli, who was too strong and bold and just held Plowman at bay.
The job. Gets it to Mackay. Impressive. Back to Cripps. And then Cripps off a step. Neat kick to Kerridge at centre wing. Liking what we're seeing, aren't we, Lingy? He kicked a couple against the Dockers last week and a couple tonight. Cripps again to O'Brien.
Charlie Curnow, boy out of the Geelong Falcons, along with his brother Ed. Here's Cripps, speaking of rippers.
What a great shot, eh? The 2 young stars, the 2 young champs together. Don't you love it?
Cruz up, Martin, who else? Long ball deep inside 50.
Cruiser down very low with Nankervis. Coughed it up. Martin is going to go off the ground, decides not to. And with that power running, boots the half forward. Good kick. So the veteran Simpson gains some meterage and then goes as far as he can to the centre wing. That's a splendid mark taken by Cripps. He had to kick 1. And he's done it. So Cripps, what a fast game we're seeing so far tonight.
Sensational grab from the All-Australian defender.
Brilliant, wasn't it? Speaking of brilliant, Martin down the line. What a beautiful kick.
Get one-on-ones. They're always getting a third man in the Blues in defence.
It's a good mark by Cripps. That is a great mark. That's the mark of a key forward, isn't it?
McIntosh now long. Bolton's got to go here, and he does. Elevated nicely. Gives Martin a crumb opportunity. Trying to paddle the ball through. Richmond players around everywhere. Back in they come now. Short was involved initially as well. Richmond go long and deep here. Martin, good one-on-one against Jones. Turns inside.
25 goals. Be big for the Tigers.
Conker, twisting, turning, Cripps. On the ball.
If he's not getting the ball deep down forward and marking, what other positions do you think he's capable of playing as Martin comes through basketball style? Kept it alive quite brilliantly, I might add.
Neat looking kick, gets to half forward, good strong mark in the front by Cripps. He's doing everything, isn't he?
We may see, after all, him have another go.
Just running in those waves forward into 50.
So the champ gives them a little bit of breathing space. Cripps. He's played a game. Probably deserved a free kick. Edwards got him high. Kicks back into the centre. Oh, the mighty Cripps, and that's what he's been tonight. What a beautiful kick.
Full to Cripps. He'll need to get rid of it. Did just, but Castagna's there to tidy it up for the Tigers. McIntosh, entry inside 50. Jones, going to need someone front and centre. Martin, the stiffy there. Now he runs with a right foot. No. Sends the Tigers into a frenzy.
Paddy Dow is there, Silvani is there. Silvani gets boot to ball, not a lot of distance, goes straight to Fyfe from a standing start. It's high, and it's there, and there's half a dozen for the quarter.
Just a win outside the 8 tonight. Fyfe feeds it wide. Nyhouse.
Very dangerous. Plowman brings it back in. He's looking for Cripps or Casbolt. They combine now. Nice strike by Cripps.
Kicks it into the open space. Fyfe almost a big pluck. Outside of the boot. The superstar goes for home. They need a safe word here, Carlton.
Who goes longer in towards the forward line. Dockers have got the numbers at the back. Couldn't quite complete the mark. Cripps has got a problem. Wiedering gets the footy away to Cruiser. Beautiful smother taken by Banfield. Another opportunity for Cripps. Goes through them. It's opened up once again. Here's Fyfe. Oh, just pop it over the top. He will. A kind bounce required. Around he goes. And the pest is back in town. Showing peas.
Fyfe again. Dances clear. Pokes it back to that pocket. And Neale. This is kickable for him.
105 kilos. He's always been a big man when he was first arrived at the club. But
Carlton was unable to defend in the first half.
Fyfe sized it up, and he had that from a long way out. And went back some support. Short pass is good. Cripps takes off to the outer side. Heads wide to Casbolt. Got there. He heads in that Fyfe direction. Too good, that Fyfe. That was a millimetre from the turf.
To the other end of the ground to make him uncomfortable to defend.
Sandilands down to Fyfe. Into the middle he goes, serving him his 300th in a couple of weeks' time. Cripps got a call out from Plowman, but he went a little too far initially.
Got his own clearance. Fed it out, but to Cripps. He tried to bounce it to Lamb. It got there.
Here's Chera again, combining with Blakely and Langdon. And now Fyfe. Kicks close to the man on the mark because the lead was on offer, and Matera it is who takes the mark, putting them inside 50 once again. Fyfe was a flyer, so too was Apnes. No one clean. Fyfe storms through, gives it off towards Mundy.
Going Fremantle's way early. He had a phenomenal first half. He's got 33 possessions to this point of the game, but